So yeah, our next contestant is Sebi Webbs.
All right. Would you like me to just get into it?
Yeah,
Hello,
go ahead.
Sebi,
Yeah,
yes.
if you're ready, you're free to start.
Yeah. I'll let the presentation speak for itself. So let's see. How are we looking?
America.
Oh, okay. You can see it. All right. Good. So, So there is a crisis facing the United States right now, and that is that there are inner city kids who are underprivileged all over the country who are getting bullied.
Oh.
Why are they getting bullied? Because they don't have the latest Genshin waifus, or Wuthering Impact or Honkai Star Waves, whatever these kids are playing these days. So, what our charity aims to do is to raise money to send to these kids so that they can pull for more waifus. Basically, they're being bullied, and being told that they are too poor to afford the pulls. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we call our charity Pulls for Paws. Now, Pulls for Paws right here, it will solve this problem in a rather ingenious way. We will raise the money for this charity by releasing an OTK-themed video game, and it will be so lucrative, it'll be so profitable, you won't even believe. Are you ready to see it? Do you want to see this?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present you OTK Dating Simulator.
What?
Wow.
Feast your eyes upon that, mate. Really let that sink in. Sear that image into your brain, because that is how we make incalculable amounts of money. So, let's have a look at this. It will be the most profitable game of all time. How? Predatory monetization practices. We will fill this to the gills with everything you've heard of for the last several years. But before I go into that, let me present to you our base waifus, the ones who come with the game. Behold, Esfand and Extra Emily. Now, Emily goes without saying. Everyone loves her, all right? She's fun, she's quirky, she gets duct taped to walls, enormous amounts of appeal. I think this is a very strong entry. And Esfand, being a rather rugged, masculine man, very hairy, solidly built. We live in a day and age that is infested by soy boys and twinks, and women have been crying out, for a return to true masculinity. But here's the thing. Esfand also appeals to a second demographic. Now, according to research and according to the science and all that, when women are dropped in the wilderness in a survival situation and are given the choice between either being paired up with a human male or a grizzly bear, many, in fact, actually choose the bear. And Esfand, having a rather bear-like quality himself, the sort of Diablo 4 druid-like build, I think he will actually appeal to this demographic as well. I think he's a 2-for-1. Very, very, very strong entry. But the important question is, how do we monetize them? And the answer is pretty simple. The microtransaction store. So, and I think Mizkif is rather fetching looking, by the way. Now, the in-game microtransaction store, it'll have all the usual bum fluffery, you got the tops, you got the shoes, you got the dresses, and things that no one will ever see, like keychains. You'll never see it, but they'll buy it. It's fine. It's also important to note that you don't directly spend US dollars in this. You have to buy OTK gems. You have to buy the in-game currency. Now, the purpose of this, of course, is that this obscures and confuses the player about how much they're actually spending. They overspend. We get more money for the charity, all right? Remember, it's for charity. We're the good guys, and we can turn a profit from this as well. That's how you basically get the normal players, but how do you get the whales? Well, the answer to that is very simple. $500 skins.
Yeah.
Really drink that in. Really drink that in. So every waifu will have a $500 skin, and we honestly, we don't even really need to make them that good. We don't have to spend a lot of money designing these, because people are not buying it for the design. They're buying it for the price tag. They're buying it for the status. Right. Exactly. So we don't even need to sell that many, just a few. That's enormous profits right there. However, though, this will, of course, cause a bit of backlash, a bit of community outrage. Doesn't mean we can't turn a profit from that as well. Let me show you the plan. So, yeah, our monetization practices will result in some anger, some outrage. You know, we can profit from that too. Here's how we do it. All YouTubers know that the algorithm is king. And they know that it's not necessarily the best video that wins the algorithm. It's the first video, especially when it comes to news, especially when it comes to gaming news, drama, and so on and so forth. So what we do is we find the usual suspects. We all know who they are. And we gently remind them of that fact. And we cut a deal with them in advance, in exchange for us giving them the information about what we do ahead of all the other YouTubers. We get a percentage of their ad revenue. So there you go. Look, there will be drama, there will be controversy. Not a lot we can do about that, but we may as well make some money. So let's see, what else do we have? Of course, and speaking of money, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to see the premium waifu who we're going to make an absolute truckload of money on? Get ready. It's Emiru. Everyone loves Emiru. Everyone loves Emiru, and we can exploit this fact. So,
I'm a 3-star unit.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, I'll tell you what, before I talk about how we monetize the shit out of this, would you like to see the design of this waifu?
Of course.
There you go. Well, I'm glad you asked because we hired only the finest DEI specialists for this one. We consulted Sweet Baby Inc. And I think that we have a design that is perfectly tailored for modern audiences. Behold. Behold, ladies and gentlemen. Behold. Now, that is a 10 out of 10 IGN rating right there.
Waifu, yeah.
Absolutely. This will make a lot of people on Twitter happy. That said, though, there is something I need to say about this design.
we will sell dozens. Dozens.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you caught on to that because that is a joke. We're not using this design. My God. I mean, look, we want to make money, all right? Sheebus. No, of course we're not going with this design. I was just seeing if you're paying attention. So, anyway, let's see the real design. Oh, my God. Next. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, the other one was better.
The other one was better. Oh, look, we'll work it out in post, all right? Like, we'll get the Twitter people with the other one, all right? I'll talk with the design guys. So, however, this is the primary design right here, and there is only one way you can unlock this: loot boxes.
Genius.
Think about that.
Oh
Now,
God.
remember, exactly. Loot boxes are legal, which means that they're moral. And remember, this is a charity, all right? Think of the kids, and it'll be fun. So the way we do this is that we tell customers, we tell players that you have a 10% chance to unlock Emiru with every loot box. Right? They all think they have a 1 in 10 chance. In reality, we rig it so that she only gets unlocked on the 10th loot box per buyer.
Oh,
Per buyer.
smart.
Right.
Fine print.
Exactly. So they think they can get her for 20 US. I'm sorry, it's 200 US minimum. And I think Call of Duty did this several years ago and they got caught for this. But did they go out of business? No, they're still around and more popular than ever. So if they can get away with it, we can get away with it too. So that's my plan for making a premium waifu here. And as for how we decide how the profits of this are divided, we will put, I'd say 5% to the charity, to the inner city kids. I think that's pretty generous. And I think it's fair. And the other 95% will go to us. Because after all, and why shouldn't it? I mean, after all, it's your brand image. You know, you've worked on this for years. These are my ideas. And personally, I think 5% is too good for these little doll bludgers. In fact, if they want to pull more waifus, they should go out and get jobs. So, anyway, I don't know how much time I have left.
You've got a little bit over a minute.
I've got over a minute? All right, so we can open this up to questions, or we can go to the secret bonus slide, which has extra predatory monetization practices. Do you want to see the bonus slide?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's see the secret bonus slide.
All right. So, naturally, we price this at $70 US. It's a premium product, you know, shows brand confidence.
Oh, it's
but here's the fun part.
not free to play, and there's in-game purchases.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Why not?
That's good. Yep.
Exactly. Why not? Like, it's like what Bruce Lee said, you know, like use what's useful, discard what's not. Let's use everything, which is why we also have 3 days early access for an extra $40 US. Now, many gamers can resist this. YouTubers can't. Because if the other YouTubers get their video out 3 days before you, you lose. So we can exploit the entire YouTube community using this method. We will also multi-platform this. I mean, God, we're not Square. So, and the reason we do this is to lock story content to each platform. You want the full story? You have to buy the game 4 times. Phones, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, 4 times the profit, 16 times the detail. And lastly, look, we'll take a page out of Skyrim's playbook. Every 2 years, we release like a special edition or something. We just tell them the graphics are 5% better, and boom. And you know how I know I'm right? How many times have you bought Skyrim? More than once? Chat. How many of you bought Skyrim more than once? Be honest. Be honest. Yeah, you know the answer to that question. So anyway, I rest my case. And that's the presentation.
Okay,
Wonderful.
very good.
I liked all of the business strats implemented into it. That was great.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, they're
Appreciate it.
mostly saying 3 or 4 times for Skyrim. Yeah. it's a
Behold!
delay.
If it works for them, it can work for us. Why are we not doing this? So that's our long-term strategy. Anyway, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That was wonderful. Chat, don't forget to vote for Sebi using the extension overlay. Sebi, thank you for your wonderful, wonderful presentation.
That was very well thought out. All the business practices were, thought heavily.
No,
up.
I thought that was great.
No,
I
that
like
was
that one.
good.
I think
When
What?
I started stream, I left the back door open for Cheddar. It sounds like there's an animal in my living room. I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna go check.
What with the raccoon? Oh gosh. But yeah, I like that one. Esfan, which one
Yeah.
has been your favorite so far?
I think probably that one. I think
Really?
so what I like so much about that one is it was super well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
It had a whole start to finish, top to bottom. I had the whole picture was kind of okay. Here's the scenario. It laid it out, and then it's like okay, we're gonna go attack the problem that has been plaguing the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
So I like how he laid everything out super well, and then went from there.
It was my neighbors stapling shingles to the roof coming through the back door, but it sounded like an animal scratching in there. So I got scared, but it was fine.
Good thing it wasn't an actual animal.
Yeah, it sounded
be
kind of like
scared.
raccoon claws or something, but we're good. We're good.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, chat, don't forget to vote. If you haven't yet, I'll be putting my score in, and then we will be seeing our next contestant, who is Cap Corgi.